SuperKid and the Lost Treasure. On a quiet summer afternoon, SuperKid, the young 10-year-old superhero with powers beyond imagination, was resting in his secret base, a giant tree in the middle of the central park of his city. In his blue, red, and yellow suit, with the escape emblem shining on his chest, he enjoyed a rare moment of peace. But as we all know, peace in a superhero's world never lasts long. Suddenly, his communicator watch began flashing. When he looked at the screen, an urgent message appeared. SuperKid, we need your help. Something terrible has happened in the city of Coral Bay. An ancient treasure has been stolen and is in the wrong hands. The fate of everyone depends on you recovering it. SuperKid didn't hesitate. In an instant, he shot into the sky like a lightning bolt, leaving a trail of bright colors as he flew toward Coral Bay. This coastal city was famous for its legends of pirates and hidden treasures, and it seemed that one of those legends had just come to life. Upon arriving in the city, he was greeted by the mayor, who explained what had happened. Centuries ago, pirates hid a treasure of incalculable value in this bay, known as the Heart of the Sea. This object has the power to control tides and oceans. For years, it had been safely kept in our local museum, protected by magical forces. But this morning, someone managed to bypass those defenses and steal the treasure. SuperKid listened carefully, his eyes gleaming with determination. Do we know who stole it? He asked. The only clue we have is this mark, the mayor said, showing him an ancient scroll that had been left at the scene of the robbery. The scroll bore the symbol of a notorious pirate, the infamous Captain Shadow, who, according to legend, had died centuries ago. However, it was said that his spirit still roamed the seas, seeking to regain his lost power. Without wasting time, SuperKid headed to Coral Bay's port, where, according to stories, Captain Shadow used to appear. Using his X-ray vision and super hearing, he tried to find any signs of unusual activity. That's when he heard an eerie voice rising from the depths of the sea. The heart of the sea is mine once again. With it, I will rule the oceans, and no hero can stop me. SuperKid wasn't intimidated. He descended to the beach and saw, in front of him, a ghostly figure emerging from the water. It was Captain Shadow, just as the legends described, tall, with a thick beard, an eye patch, and a tattered captain's hat. In his skeletal hand, he held the heart of the sea, a ruby that radiated a pulsating blue light. Captain Shadow, said SuperKid firmly, return the heart of the sea, or I assure you, you'll regret stealing it. The ghostly pirate let out a laugh. Foolish boy, you have no idea of the power this treasure grants me. Now with it I can control the seas. I will unleash storms that will sink entire cities. SuperKid knew he couldn't let that happen. Using his super speed, he lunged toward Captain Shadow, trying to snatch the ruby from him. But as soon as he tried, a massive wave of energy repelled him, throwing him several meters back. The power of the heart of the sea was immense. The young hero stood up, brushing the sand off his suit. He needed a new plan. He remembered something he had read about Captain Shadow. His greatest weakness wasn't his physical form, but his connection to the ocean. If SuperKid could drag him away from the water, he might weaken him enough to recover the treasure. Determined, SuperKid flew in circles around the pirate, creating a strong wind current. Captain Shadow struggled to maintain his balance, but little by little, he was dragged toward the coast. Once he was far enough from the water, his form began to fade, as if his power was diminishing. No, you cannot defeat me, boys. Captain Shadow screamed as he tried to hold on to the heart of the sea. With one final effort, SuperKid used his super strength to rip the ruby from the pirate's spectral hands. As he did, the ghost of Captain Shadow let out an ear-piercing scream before finally disappearing in a cloud of black smoke. With the heart of the sea in his hand, SuperKid felt relieved. He had managed to save the city of Coral Bay and protect the balance of the oceans. He flew back to the museum, where he returned the treasure to its safe place. The mayor, overjoyed, congratulated him for his bravery and cleverness. Thank you, SuperKid. You've saved our city, and probably the world. SuperKid, with a modest smile, replied, "It's all in a day's work." And with that, he flew back to his secret base, ready for his next great adventure.